All right, we're joined by football head coach Tyrone Wheatley. Wayne State falls to number 4 Ferris State, 27-14. Coach, kind of weird set of circumstances, right? The game split over 2 days as a suspension last night, but just some immediate thoughts from the game.
Well, we always talk about being ready, no matter the conditions, no matter the situation. Because if you don't handle the situation, it turns into a problem. I really think the guys did a great job of, going in the nighttime, sleeping, and coming in this morning and getting themselves in transition into the football game. So I commend them on that part.
Yeah, so, 10-0, about 9 minutes left in the second quarter. Play gets suspended. Ferris obviously has to stick around, come back the next day. What was the message to the team? Obviously you had to maybe tweak some things because you're playing over the span of 2 days, but what did you tell the team and how did you handle it?
Really, it was no adjustment, right? It's once again, what you're battling what I told the guys is history. And what I mean by that is this place has been plagued over years of history. And then you have some guys that with the, oh my God, it's us syndrome. And you kind of heard it. If it's going to happen to anybody, it's going to happen to us in Wayne State. No. This is what we want. Give it to us. Put us in the lion's den. Put us in the whale's mouth. Makes no difference. But we have to fight and we have to play regardless. And so, like I said, you didn't adjust anything. You go in and you tell them this is what it is, because at the end of the day, if you want to become a true champion, you're going to have to play under any circumstances and conditions. But like I said, these guys, they did a good job of handling it and going out and fighting.
Yeah, individually, two guys I want to spotlight. DeMarco Singleton had a rushing touchdown, and then Miles McCatherine had 70 receiving yards, including a touchdown, and then he also had 12 rushing yards. So Singleton out of the backfield, McCatherine on your wideouts. Talk about those two a little bit.
Well, we talked about this team being a Ferris State team. So, I got to take my hat off to them. You talk about us. We had a chance to sleep in our beds, right? We had a chance to adjust and do everything in the comforts of our rooms, right? Those guys had to go back to the hotel, and that's when you talk about the mark of a champion. To them, it was just a regular day, right? They've been there before. They've been through the toils of it all. And so they came out and they played like champions. And then so what I had to tell my guys was somebody had to step up and play one-on-one and match their energy. And so to answer your question, Marco came out and he played like a man possessed. He wasn't going to be denied. He ran hard. He had a couple of plays where, stopped for 2 or 3 yards and he just looked at him and was like, keep it coming. It's going to crack, coach. It's going to go. And sure enough, on the touchdown run, he gets in there, he bounces it, and he runs in and does a great job. Miles, my goodness, the one catch going down towards the scoreboard. You talk about going up and making a play, and that's what we say. You have to win your one-on-one matchups because those guys on that Ferris State Bulldog team, they're champions, and they play hard, and they work hard, and he went up and took it, and we said, you have to go basically earn your respect, and he earned his respect today.
Coach, every week you talk about limiting penalties, right? Ferris had 16 of them for 139 yards. Wayne State, 2 for 25. Things got chippy. You guys kept your cool. What did you see on that front as far as penalties?
Well, yes. And the craziest thing about it was when you have two teams who play on the edge and they play really hard, right? And it got chippy. I was proud of the guys that they didn't fall for it. They didn't fall for it. And it didn't kind of fall into the trap of the talking trash, the push, and the chippiness, right? It wasn't, hey, you're going to push me, but we're not going to move. We're going to move begrudgingly. But they did a great job of holding their composure and not falling for it.
One more note before we move ahead to Davenport. You went in the red zone twice, but you scored twice. Obviously, you want to get down there more. You want to score more. But you got down there and you took advantage of the opportunities with DeMarco and Miles getting in the end zone. How good was that to see?
Well, like you said, let's reverse a couple of weeks. We get in the red zone and we don't score. We not so much on the red, we were on the fringes of it, and we missed a field goal. But when you're in the red zone, you have to score, right? And we did. But this week, we had some drive killers in midfield to prevent us from getting in the red zone. We get the sack, on one, Kit takes us out, throw the pick, so we just want, like I said, just playing complementary football. We just have to get to the point where we're not killing ourselves and shooting ourselves. And the one thing I understand about this team, and I'm not really upset, but it's frustrating, but I'm not upset, is you look at our team, you have a lot of guys who played this doesn't have a lot of production from last year. every team that we've played, they have some production coming back, and these guys have been together. I mean, you look at this team right here. This production coming. I mean, there's crazy production all over the field. The team we played last week in Tech, I think the high school quarterback and receiver played high school ball together. Now they've been together for 4 years. Incredible production. These guys I've assembled this year are young, and it's going to come together. And it's coming together. And then once it comes together, it complements one another, the offensively and defensively.
So a couple of short road trips left on the schedule, the first of which will be at Davenport next week. That'll be on the 19th of October. The message probably doesn't change, right?
Oh, man, it doesn't change. I mean, Spark is, you talk about each coach in this conference. And I said this last year, and I said it when I took the job. One of the reasons why I took this job is because I wanted to be amongst some of the greatest coaches. I want to sharpen my, iron sharpens iron. I want to sharpen myself, and I'm sharpening it every week against some of the best coaches in college football. Bar Division 1, 2, it makes no difference. Any one of these guys can go get a P4 job and be successful. I hope a lot of them do go get jobs. Get the hell out of here and leave me the hell alone. But, so each week it doesn't change. It doesn't change. Going up to Davenport, Sparky has his team rolling. He has it rolling. He has production coming back. He has a chance. His stable is rolling. They understand where they need to be and what they need to do, and they play discipline. They play good football. And so, once again, I'm kind of the new kid in the block, and I'm kind of still assembling my thing. And I'm going against some established giants. And these guys, and once again, do they do a great job of recruiting? Absolutely. But they do also a good job of technically having their players in the right spot, doing the right things, and discipline, and just playing solid, sound football.
All right, Coach. Thanks for the time, and good luck on the road.
Thank you.